Hi guys, it's 4 a.m. here. I woke up really early and decided to go for a long run across the moors, you know, not really, yeah right, naked, or in a bathing suit but barefoot, yeah. Now, I couldn't sleep anyway, so I thought, fuck it, I'll do a video because I've had some more sort of insights and epiphanies with regards to certain things. Now, like I keep saying, you know, we've lived our whole lives, our existence in this really narrow bandwidth, very narrow bandwidth, and the words limitless has not really featured very much at all. You know, it's bandied about a bit by the new age, but they're full of shit because they talk about that, they talk about infinity and this, that and the other, but then at the same time they think that wisdom lies in accepting the inevitableness of it all. Oh, we have to grow old. It's good to grow old because, you know, it's good to grow old because you grow wise. Well, that's bullshit. Or, you know, it's good to be sick because it gives you wisdom, or it's good to be this, that or the other. They accept, rather resign themselves, and then say that they do because, oh, it's so good for us. Now, obviously we all know the new age is full of crap. I say that suffering can be utilized, and we do that. That doesn't mean we're meant to suffer. And what do we see when we look around ourselves in the world? We see people that are sick. Whatever goes for good health in this fucking matrix is not good health. We have not known actual good health at all. None of us have. You see all these people, you know, jogging with the right outfit, you know, and their little calorie counter or heartbeat monitor. They've got all the gadgets, and they're also posting on Facebook at the same time just before they end up getting smashed by that massive truck or whatever. And they think they're healthy. They're not healthy. The women will get the menopause around about 45 to 50. The men will start wanting to shag 15-year-old blondes and get a sports car and go completely bonkers like that. You know, and we grow old. You know, men lose their hair, they go bald. Women get brittle bone disease, and, you know, God knows how many people now at age 30, 40, 50 get dementia, which is becoming more and more prevalent. Cancer is becoming more and more prevalent. We've never ever had good health, ever. We don't even know what good health is really like. We've never known it. True well-being and truly good health, and that's not actually a terminology I like, but I can't think of anything else to use, is not something that we are familiar with, because we've lived in this fucking prison which is made up of programming upon programming upon programming, wall. And when you start testing those boundaries or of the imposed limitation, which is all the programming, if you are very aware, you see the resistance. You know, like I said, do that exercise, right, with the mirror. I love myself, I deserve well-being, I deserve prosperity, whatever, and you start getting that anxious feeling, that sort of feeling of, no you don't, that is programming, you see, it comes up straight away. So when we start thinking about actual physical well-being, we find it we probably think in terms of, I'll be really fit and I'll feel invigorated and I go for a run every morning. I don't actually know. I mean, most people think like that, you know, oh, I go to the doctor and he says I'm absolutely fine. Well, that's all bullshit. Our bodies are actually riddled with poisons. DDT, which was sprayed on food throughout the 50s and the 60s. I saw a video once where they got about 100 people, because everybody was worried about this, you know, DDT. People said, oh no, something is wrong about that. Of course, because we have good intuition and deep down we know the fucking truth. But, oh no, it's really not harmful at all. In fact, why don't we put you all up in rows on this football field and spray you all with DDT and you will see it won't do you any harm. It was interesting because the people doing the spraying were all wearing hazmat suits and big fucking, you know, gas masks, and they were spraying these men, women and children, and they were all sat there going, oh, isn't it wonderful, isn't it wonderful? Well, I think every single one of those people died within like 15 years. They were all gone, they were all dead of cancer and God knows what else. I mean, the fact that the guys spraying them were wearing hazmat suits and big fucking masks ought to have taught them something, but apparently not. So, DDT was in people's bodies. So women giving birth in the 50s and in the 60s were giving birth to babies whose bodies were full of DDT. Those children were then having children in the 80s and the 90s, and their bodies were still full of DDT. Oh yeah, it's very difficult apparently to get it out of the system. And God knows what it does, but let's face it, people, we've had a massive ramping up of cancer, of autoimmune diseases, of dementia, of all kinds of fucking weird shit. But the doctor says we're healthy, so that's alright then. You know, they used to tell people in the 50s that smoking was good for them, you know. Maybe in some ways it is. Who knows, but my lungs are telling me it ain't. So I'll be looking to give it up again as soon as possible. Anyway, where I was going with this really was that what goes for good health in this fake reality is not good health. It is a program. Our bodies are not real. None of this is real, seriously, okay? Atoms are empty. Atoms, protons, atoms, whatever we're talking about here. This whole thing is an illusion. So, why is everything the way it is? Why are we ill? Why do we live such short, pitiful lives? Because it's programming. We all buy into it. We're made to buy into it. We're made to believe that, oh, this is how reality works. And it's rammed into us from the minute we're conceived, one way or another, you know. So that is what our reality is. We create reality, I truly believe that. But we create the desired reality because of all the programming. So what does true health look like? What is it? Now, that's really difficult to even begin to imagine. But the way I see it is that we do not have to grow old. We do not have to be sick. That our bodies become a temple of light, of this invisible but very present force that is here, that is the magic. And I believe that we can bring that into being because we are creator beings, we are magicians. I think that we can transform our bodies. Maybe I'm completely mad and I'm wrong, but I don't fucking think so. We're here to do something, people. We are here for a reason. And that is to break open, to shatter this Maya, this illusion, this imposed limitation, this fucking slave yoke. All the lies. And the way I see it is that if your body isn't healthy, you ain't gonna have a good life, you know. Our bodies are full of poisons. Our parents would have given us bad food to eat, man. They didn't know any better, you know. So that contributes, of course, and whatnot and whatnot and whatnot. But I think the biggest factor is our consciousness. I think that if we have a poisoned consciousness full of programming, if we think that there is wisdom in accepting old age, that is somehow a good thing, like most people seem to think that, oh, it's good to grow old, yes, you know. Yeah, when you actually talk to old people, my friend's a gardener, you know, and he has a lot of clients who are elderly, and they hate it. They absolutely hate it. And some of them are even there saying, I wish I was dead. I wish I was dead. They're suffering that much. They have a list miles long of prescriptions given to them by their doctor for all these different fucking problems. My God, you know, it is an absolute hell. Growing old is hell. It sucks and it's wrong. It is a program. So how do we turn that around? What do we do with that? What is it we want? Well, I want to transform my body because my body is pure energy. So I can, you can, we can. And we do that through cleaning up our consciousness. We do that through learning to love ourselves. Because again, love is the key. True self-love. Not the Disney kind of, hello, hello. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a type of energy, for lack of a better word. It isn't really energy, it's something else, but there is no word for it. When we stop being our own enemy, when we stop beating ourselves up, when we stop believing all the lies, when we begin to awaken to such a level where we can really see all the different nuances that have kept us enslaved and trapped in this perpetual cycle of misery and suffering and limitation, we begin to understand that we do not have to be, live, experience this way. We don't have to at all, you know. We can set goals for ourselves, I feel. And right now, one of my goals is to transform my body. Now, I know there's a lot of people talking about the light body. Well, I don't know anything about that. And again, if loads of people are talking about it in a specific way, it becomes a bit hive mind-like, you know, and I think it's probably bullshit. So I tend to just say, yeah, whatever. I feel, okay, right, this is a good one. There was an experiment done some years back, and people put up 2 plants, and there was one plant that they spoke to every day saying, you're disgusting, you're ugly, we hate you. And another plant next to it saying, we love you, you're beautiful. The plant that they spoke to in a derogatory way just withered and didn't grow, and it just died in the end, right? Like people. The plant that was spoken to with love and appreciation blossomed and grew, and it was like Day of the Triffids, frankly. So that is one thing that we can do for ourselves. And so that is what I do now. Every day I tune in and I tell myself how much I love myself, how beautiful I am, how valuable I am, how magnificent I am. I tell myself that I deserve radiant, amazing, miraculous, good health. Health that I've never known, that no one here has ever known. So it's difficult to imagine. But I have an image in my head, and I have a feeling and a sense of it. And I tune into that. And I do that every day now. I think creative visualization can be an incredibly powerful tool because, like I said before, our imagination is very powerful, and it's a faculty of magic. It's how we bring stuff into being. Love is powerful, and love can heal our bodies. It can clear out all the crap, it can clear out all the programming, all the mind control, all that imposed limitation, the slave yoke. It can dissolve all of that, and it can crystallize our whole being. And I believe that we can elevate and transcend all of this shit and become, well, superhuman. But it isn't superhuman. It is our natural state. It is our rightful state. We own it. It's for us. Okay? And I believe in that with all my being. And I feel it very strongly. And I feel very inspired. So I keep doing it. And I do it every day. And I will continue doing that. You know, I use color, visualizations, you know. I put a kilo of crystals on me. No, I don't, not really. Good, radiant, super health, a transformed body, the reversing of old age, supple, smooth skin, strong bones, clean, healthy blood vessels, cells, DNA, endocrine system, hormonal system, brain, nervous system, pineal gland, yes, eyes, teeth, gums, nails, hair. All of us, every part of our body can be transformed. Yes, I believe that because I've seen it, and this is where my guidance is at the moment, and so I'll be doing that from now on, and I'll see where it goes. Now, inevitably, when I'm feeling that way and thinking that way, of course the resistance comes up. It always does. You can't have that. That's not possible. You're crazy. You're mad. Those are the walls. Again, this is a programming, and it always puts up a fight because it's been rammed into us from the get-go. So I just watch that. I don't get into it. I don't go into it at all. I let it come up. I let it come up. And the part of me that feels that way, I have great compassion for, and I love, and say, I understand you feel that way. Completely, because you've been programmed to think that way. But you know what? Baby steps, honey. Little by little, we will keep working on this. Patience, diligence, courage, persistence, and love. Every day, people. You know, because we deserve this, and we've earned this. And as long as we're willing to do the work, we will manifest it. Now imagine if we successfully manage to do this, to transform our bodies and our minds and our emotions and our energy. Imagine what a fucking testament that will be to the power of the light in this plane, right? Let's not forget, people, that, you know, we are the way showers. We're here because what we are doing now and achieving now and bringing into form now will cascade into this realm, and it will help transform everything. It starts with us. We are warriors of the light. We are the game changers. Our health has to come first, because our health is the foundation to everything. Our consciousness, which governs our body, you see. So this is pivotal to it all. Somehow, I know that it is. We're so used to being miserable and depressed and anxious and sick and in pain and exhausted. You see, again, we're habituated to that. But it's all bullshit. That's not right at all. That is what was done to us. But we are powerful enough to change that. I know that. I know that we can do it. It will take time, I dare say. But I've had a few little results. Well, I had a staph infection in my nostril, which, wow, I just couldn't get rid of it at all. I went to the doctor, stupidly, but you know, and they said, oh yeah, it's a staph infection, I knew that, and oh here, have some antibiotic cream. It didn't work. I tried MMS, which had some results. I tried homeopathy, that had some results. But it was my constant tuning in and constant self-love and constantly working on that. I deserve well-being. I really went into it, and you know, each and every one of you will have to find your own way of doing that. But it worked, it's gone, just like that, poof, gone. I had a few other minor ailments that have dissolved, just like that, even though they were there for years. But they're dissolving, or have dissolved. So I'm going to keep going with this, and of course I'll tell you what's happening with that. You see, people, if we are to bring heaven to earth, if we are to achieve reset, you know, we have to start somewhere to actually do the work, to start bringing it into form. You know, we've done a lot of talking about all the shit that is wrong, right? And we will continue to do that. We will continue to call it out, because that's important. But the work of resetting is here now. It's time for us to start taking the bull by the proverbial horns and working on bringing the new, bringing in the healing. You know, we're here to do something. I believe we are here to achieve reset, to facilitate the great healing, the great transformation. This world is here as it is, and we are here to do that. It's maybe it is some sort of school or some sort of training camp, and we are here to, you know, to graduate. In order for us to graduate, we have to show that everything we've learned, we are now able to utilize to create miracles, you know, to facilitate the great healing and the great transformation. To see not only our bodies healed and our own circumstances, such as they are, transformed, to no longer live in fear, but to cross the threshold of fear, to be able to witness those feelings and those thoughts, to witness them without going into them and believing them to be true, to say, oh yeah, I see that, okay, fair enough, but I can let that go. Right. And to focus, really focus continually, or as much as we can, on actual transformation, on bringing into being the miraculous, the magic. Right? That is our purpose here, and we do that in our own individual way. That's why we're here, people, I know it. You see, the forces of darkness, of course, don't want that, and this is why they're putting up 5G and all this type of shit. I'm not too worried about that, because I feel that I'm protected. I feel that we are all protected if we stay in the right frequency. Again, I don't like that word. It's bandied about all the time by the New Age. But again, I can't think of another word to use. It's all about love. And love tells us that we are powerful, magical, creator beings. So rather than just thinking, oh, I'm a powerful, magical, creator being, yeah, it's wonderful. We need to learn to use that. You see? We have earned our stripes here. So let's use what we've learned. And let's go for liftoff here, people. Right? We deserve fantastic, super health. Yes, we do. We deserve clear consciousness. Crystalline, clear consciousness. A crystalline, clear, powerful body. Right? We should not be growing old. That's bullshit, man. Growing old is a fucking curse, and it's just another way to brutalize and torture us. Also, remember that if people live very short lives, they don't really get the time to do what they came here to do. They're too busy suffering and dying, you know, and they're cut short, and that's it, end of. Then they go to wherever you go, and they're sent back here again, and it's the same again and again and again. We don't want that, you know, and we don't need to do that anymore, because we are powerful. So let's realize our power now, okay? Let's focus on that. It's time, I think, you know? Don't know if I've said everything I wanted to say. It's really early. Cats woke me up like ridiculous o'clock for food. Oh God. I don't know if you guys noticed, but sort of the last week has been very cranky, hasn't it? This kind of adrenaline feeling. You know, this feeling of, I just want to get out, I just want to get out. And generally when you feel that way, it means something is happening deep within, you know. There is a shift taking place. And I think we're coming out of that now. We're getting realizations and we're getting insights here. So go with that stuff. Go with it, man. You know? It's it's good stuff. So I guess that's all for this morning, and I hope you all have an interesting day. And yeah, we deserve everything. We deserve the very best of everything. And if thinking that makes you feel shitty or makes you feel like, well, that's not possible, then that's programming. Look it in the eye and let that go and reassert your free will, your gnosis, that you are a powerful magician, you are a magical creature, and you are capable of everything. You are infinite. We all are. Toodaloo.